So, today we are going to talk for a minute about my mining base on the moon. I've had a frustrating week of dealing with Kerbal Space Program offline. And I'll pop over here and show you why. Hey, Sam, 20 months in a row. Wow. Look at you, buddy. Thank you very much. So let's go to our mooner lander. Hey, Exiled Hazar, good to see you. I know I saw Straga earlier, which I think his old ship might get used today.
We love you.
Yeah, baby, I know it.
Straga! There you are, bud. Thank you very much. So, here is my mooner lander. And you can see I've got 3 of these. We're over here right now around. So, I want to show you... well, we'll go through all of them. Don't mind the tipped over lander. So, let's see. Is this one? No, this is the only one that's in current, like, perfect working order. This one... So, this is the one I had here last week. With this guy. Well, actually, no. These are completely different because I had another bug incident where the ships clipped into each other and exploded. So these are completely different ones. Scratch that. But anywho, I got this working, and I did a couple runs up and down from the space station with some ore using this guy, and then I was like, hey, it's working now. Saved it, logged off, logged back in yesterday night, and this happened. You can see that the for some reason the piston in the middle here, if we activate the piston, it will be easier to see. The piston in the middle shifted off from the center position when I loaded up the game. I'm not sure how, because as you can see with the other ones, it's directly in the center. But for some reason, it shifted off to the side, which meant this piston is sticking off to the side, and there was another one mirrored on the other side that is just now gone. And you can see this is no longer centered either, so this shifted that way a little bit. So this thing got a little jacked up, and the problem is that with it shifted, I don't know how it happened, another bug, but with it shifted off to the side, and with the piston sticking out to the side, that makes it wider, and it no longer fit under the rover. So I had to land another pair of landers out here because this one no longer works because it bugged out, so it doesn't fit under the goddamn lander anymore. So then I got this, so I landed this pair, and when I landed, for some reason you can see this one has a big battery on the bottom to balance it out. And I've got these little wings on it. These pistons on the wings are to help flip it over if it rolls. So both of these are supposed to look like this guy. And for some reason, when I detach these things, the battery on the bottom of this one fell off and went rolling down into a crater. I don't know what's going on with this game. But... considering it definitely seems like there is a lot of problems when I load the game up. Whenever I load the game up, there seems to be a lot of problems. But these guys are all mining right now. I'm pretty sure this one is full. Oh, no, it's not. Well, I don't want to risk blowing this up again because I don't need to right now. Those are running it. Those 2 are running at least. So the mining operation kind of works as long as you don't look at it too hard. Hey, Roach. Good to see you. I don't know why those bugs happen, but for some reason when I load the game, like it instantiates in multiple instances of the same vehicles or parts clipped together and they explode. So I don't know what's going on, but I did manage to make a bunch of trips up and down. So if we go to Garrick 3, if we go to the space station, I actually did fill it. I made a bunch of trips up and down, and the fuel tanks, it processed the fuel, and I completely topped off the Garrick station, even the monopropellant. And I think, yeah, most of these are empty. There is a little bit of ore left over in 2 of these holding tanks from the last trip out there. So what I was thinking of doing is, this is the old fuel tanker we built and repurposed. This was designed to fill up spacecraft in orbit around Kerbal, and then we just kind of left it up there and then decided to fly it over to the space station recently to use as a holding tank here. But it has plenty of Delta V in it. The fuel tanks are all full. It's got a... Oh, you know what the problem... No, it'll be okay. Maybe. It doesn't have communications equipment attached to it. Would that be a problem? Ooh, does this have communications equipment attached to it? I have an idea. I was gonna say, let's bring let's fly the fuel tanker to Duna, and then we can refuel Penelope, and we can send her off to another world. What I was thinking, the escape pod is empty. Oh no, this escape pod is not going. What I was thinking, I was like, I'll detach the escape pod, attach it to the front of the fuel tanker, and fly it to Duna. And I can use the communications suite on here, and then the escape pod I can just attach to the Penelope spacecraft at Duna, and it could, you know, double as a escape pod for that craft. This is designed to get from the moon or Minmus back to Kerbal. It does not have enough fuel to get from like Duna to Kerbal, so no, not going to do that. Oh boy. Okay. So, I think we should be, because in theory, Penelope has powerful communications equipment and a crew. If I fly this to Duna, it should be fine, because we'll lose communications partway there. Ooh, no, not good. Okay. I have an idea. So, we use the escape craft on Penelope to bring Duna rocks back from Duna. What we could do is we needed to replace that. We launch a escape pod into orbit, send it to the moon. Hey, Jade. We dock the escape pod to the front of the fuel tanker, and we fly them both to Duna. Then when we get there, we detach the escape pod, reattach it to the Penelope spacecraft to re-up the one we left from we used from last time, and then we refuel Penelope using the fuel tanker. Then we can move on to the next mission, the next doodle. And in the future, I think what we could probably do, I was thinking there's one of two options. There's the easier but more expensive option is we launch fuel tankers basically empty into orbit, fly them to the moon, refuel them at the moon, then fly them to where they need to go to refuel the Penelope spacecraft. That's an option. It wouldn't be like this is not a terribly expensive design, and if it was mostly empty, it wouldn't be that expensive to get into orbit because these don't weigh a huge amount by themselves. The fuel in them is what has a lot of weight on there. The other option would be to build a lander, build an addition to the Penelope spacecraft that has a fuel processing facility on it, and meet that up with Penelope somewhere. Attach that on, and then build some sort of mining apparatus that Penelope can drag around with her, and then she can produce her own fuel wherever she goes. The problem with that idea is that I would also need to design and build and fly over a scanning satellite that could either detach from Penelope and reattach, or just is on Penelope and she can go into a polar orbit herself, that can scan to see where the resources are, so that the mining lander could go down, grab the ore, come back, process the fuel for the craft. The first one is easier to implement, but is more expensive in the long run. The second one is more difficult to implement, more expensive in the short run, but cheaper in the long run. So why don't we go back to the Space Center? We should still have a saved space pod. I don't even know what I want to call it. Escape craft saved on here somewhere. I don't think I would have gotten rid of it. And we were going to alter it a little bit because it had a glaring flaw. All right, I don't need this anymore. All right, we'll have to look through the list here and see if we can find it. I think Misfortune is the... So King Strago, what were you? Oh, King Strago, you were the fuel processing lab is what you were. Command communications, engine section, fuel lander, old model of fuel lander, David the lander. Ooh, did I don't see it on here. Yeah, that's like a scanning sat with old communications equipment on it.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not? Oh, Waleeb, thanks for the diddly. Feeling better today? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I've been sick for a couple days now, but I'm gonna micro lander. We don't need any more. Well, I'm gonna keep that around, but that's not what I need. The Orsen transfer vehicle's not it. It's not Piggy Pants. I don't believe it's the transport. Yeah, that's the little transport. Oh shit. I don't know if we have that craft anymore. We might have to rebuild it. Untitled spacecraft. I don't think that's it. No, that was a failed lander attempt. Hey, what you doing? Backing your way in here.
I'm gonna go hang out with Sarah for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I see. What was I doing? I think we might have to, if we want to, you know what? It's not going to be that difficult to build. We'll just rebuild it. Yeah, that was Lady Magnus. It's not going to be difficult to rebuild, so we will just rebuild the escape pod. And it has to have it has to be one of these because it has to be a 3-man. And it has to have a small docking port at the top, or not a docking port junior, but a normal docking port. Can I put a shielded one on here? No, that's a grabbing unit. I can use one of these. That'll make it more aero. Stick to the doodle, mother bitcher. Hi, Penny. Penny, you want to make your first appearance of the day? Come here. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Penny cam. Ah! Oh, you just got a drink of water, didn't you? You are so slobbery. You are just the slobberiest dog ever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think she just got a drink of water because she is all dribbly. You're dribbling all over my hand. Yes. Dribble, 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 dribble. I dribble, dribble, dribble. Oh. Serious scritch face. Serious scritch face. Yeah, that's the good scritchers right there. Yeah. Yeah, this is the penny cam. I made this the other day for Penelope. Why your tongue hanging out? What is it doing hanging out of your face? What is it hanging out for? Oh, you had a floopy ear there. A floopy ear. Floopy ear. Floopy ears. We'll just let Penny smile into the camera for a minute. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's a big girl. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear her making her little puppy noises. Yeah, good girl. He's a good girl. Okay, How about we go back to building our thingy penny? Thank you. Oh, that's not the right one. Shit. No, I hit the wrong seat button. No, which one is the right one? No, go away. Go away. That's the wrong one. Okay. This is not the Soviet space program. The the Soviet anthem scene button is right next to the Kerbal Space Program scene button. Whoops. I would love like a Soviet themed. I don't know why this won't snap on there. A Soviet themed like Kerbal Space Program. Oh, see, it did there like for a second. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, where things were more likely to explode. Let's see. Okay, so fuel tanks. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. I think it's one of the, I think it's this bad boy right there. Oh, you know what? This is a re-entry vehicle. It also needs a battery. We're just kind of making this quick and dirty. Heat shield, decoupler. The last one was perfectly balanced to fit on, to balance out the weight distribution on the Penelope spacecraft. This time, it's okay. Let's see here. It needs an engine. that's and communications equipment. Okay, let's see here. And some solar panels. Utility, no. Engines. Engines are labeled under engines. Just put a poodle on it. That'll do the trick. That's the one with the high vacuum. Specific, yeah, 350. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. Couple solar panels. Nothing crazy. Oh, it's a re-entry vehicle. Parachutes. No, this doesn't need, it doesn't need anything crazy. Like, a quad of those would probably do the trick. Hey, soul pelt. Right, it's a re-entry vehicle. It needs parachutes. Let's give it a pair of drogues on the top there. Radially mount bunch of those. Let's do a trifecta, so it doesn't. Who's it's the dongle there? Yeah, that's good. All right, there's that. There's that. This one goes last. This one goes before it. There we go. Get the moon stuff sorted. Off screen I did. It's still really buggy. Things do have a tendency to blow up when you load into it, which is a big problem. So, well, a lot of times what I have to do is, like, take everything apart and drive the rovers and the landers, like, away from each other, make sure they're nowhere near each other before I log out. Because for some reason, when I save and quit and load back into the game and then go over to them, they have a tendency to bug out. So I did a lot of, I did the refueling off screen, you know, the trips up and down. It was pretty easy, it took like an hour. And communications equipment. So it just needs like a powerful direct transmitter should do the trick. Just needs one of them. Can we just stick it off the side or something? I'd rather have one that lays flat. That's too big. Yeah, this is the one. This is the powerful. You know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna stick it. I'm gonna stick it right there. It's fine. Right? I think that's over. I think that's overkill, but we did have communications issues with the last one, so. Retract the antenna. Okay. So that thing's fine now. That's the escape vehicle. Now we just need to put a rocket on the butt. And get it to orbit, which should be relatively simple. He says before explosions occur. Let's give it a, give it a powerful, you know, nice traditional mainsail engine. And then maybe a couple, solid rocket boosters for funsies. You guys know how I love my solid rocket boosters. Alright, let's put some fins on this bad boy. Which are the good ones? Which fins? I usually use these, but I think there's a better one. This one. These ones have a lot more give to them, I think. Alrighty. And then we'll just... couplers. Put on a... I think this seems like it's insane, considering what we're trying... You know what? We'll give it some small. Let's not give it the kickbacks. Let's give it some small ones, just to give it an initial oomph. Hey, Speed Demon. Brown sugar and cinnamon pancakes. Oh my god, that sounds like a delicious breakfast. I had a chocolate croissant for breakfast. Let's see. Aerodynamic nose cones. No, that's a baby nose cone. That's a baby nose cone. I need, like, these guys. Alright, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Does that got thrust to weight to get it off the ground? Does. Perfect. Decouple, turn that on. Midge is blooping me on Steam. Gotcha, Midge. Okay. I don't need kickbacks for this. Probably don't need to duct tape. Oh, they are a little off kilter though. This is gonna be a quick and dirty launch. Shit, it's still off kilter. Quick and dirty. Alright, so decouple those. Oh no, we don't want to decouple them right away. Oh, this is all messed up. Okay, so... turn the engines on and disconnect them from the frickin' ship. Alright, so decouple those, or turn those on, decouple them, turn that one on, decouple, turn on that one. And that's getting us to where we're going. Alright, save that as untitled spacecraft for now. And hopefully it doesn't blow up. Quick and dirty launch. Doesn't need to do anything special, just needs to get to the moon. And dock with my other spacecraft. And then we'll go to Duna. Pre-diddle these. I just wanted to use some solid rocket diddlies here to give it a little extra oof. Hey, Mitch, you just blooped me. But that's okay. Man, it feels weird using the old solid rocket boosters instead of the big kickbacks, but I do not need the kickbacks for this. I just wanted to give it a little bit of an oomph before going. Our new 18, 2 months in a row. Huzzah.
Hello.
Thank you very much for the resub. Alright, so we'll just give it a little... Boop. Oh yeah, that mainsail. We don't even need, like, a lot of thrust on this mainsail to keep it going. We'll use lower thrust the early part of this launch. Because, You don't want to be going too fast through the thicker part of the atmosphere, because then you're just wasting doodles. And I mean, even if we can't get to the moon on this stage, which I don't think we'll be able to, you can get there on this stage, and then we just refuel at the space station. All right, let's go to 2/3 thrust. Start nosing over. We're a little off kilter here, but we can adjust. Boop, boo, doo, 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 doo. Oh shit! Oh, thank Christ! First, I didn't check to see if there's anybody in here, and I was like, oh crap! For a second there, I thought maybe somebody had stowed away in it, but no, there's nobody in there. Any deaths this morning? No, we basically just started. Nobody's died in a while. Nobody has died in quite a while. So far so good. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's got us way up there. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll kill it here. We'll use the rest of the mainsail to try to kick us into orbit. We'll use the poodle to get us to the moon. Cap off at the at our refueling station. Dock with the Misfortune 1, our fuel tanker, nose to nose. Then we're going to Duna. Go to Duna, decouple, fuel up, put the thingy on the thingy. Quick jaunt to Ike to get some science. Then we'll decide where to go next. Oh yeah, give me time to get some deaths underway. Oh, this doesn't have a reaction wheel, does it? Oh, you know what? Even without a reaction wheel, the inbuilt one in here can even... It'll be fine. Oh, motherfucker. No, this is not fine. I did forget something. Alright. Okay, we're gonna have to redo this. I did forget something. Shit. Who thinks we can land this? No, it's got a battery. It's got solar panels. This has to be able to dock, and it doesn't have RCS. I didn't put any RCS thrusters on it. Thankfully, it only costs like 40,000 ducats or something like that, and there's nobody on it, so... Oh no, it's got parachutes. We can land this fine. It's got parachutes. Let's just here. We'll try to salvage it. This is fine. Have a good probe core hands-off dock. It still needs RCS, ideal. Well, like, it would be very, very hard to dock without any RCS. It would be frustrating as can be. Alright, well, we're falling from space. So if... Well, let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. You know, I could see it right now, me going, you know what? Let's not relaunch it. Let's just send it out there without any RCS. And then a month from now, I'm trying to do something crazy to save lives and going, I wish I put RCS on it. Start slowing down a little bit. Don't need like a plasma torch cutting through the ass of my spaceship. What the spread angle on the parachutes means. This is fine. I think it means like how, like, oh shoot, this is fine. 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 I'm not sure how it would actually impact the, oh god, I can't slow down. I can't slow down. Guys, I can't slow down. It won't. Wait. Deploy. 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 Wait, where's deploy button? Deploy shoot. Deploy shoot. Fuck! Fuck! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Some tiny RCS built to the pod. Yeah, but it doesn't face, it only faces outwards. That's fine. Hit the wrong button. I thought I'd have more time. Back to the vehicle, so. I was hoping that max thrust, it would be able, because that engine's got some good gimbal and a lot of thrust. I was hoping to be able to right it. Or at least getting it going more, give me more time. All right. Yeah, so the RCS doesn't point down the like center line. It only points outwards. Yeah, it's only for rotation. It won't push or pull. Command and control. Here, let's while we're here, let's give it a small reaction wheel. Yeah, give its nose a little more oomph. This is fine. There's something else I'm gonna do too. RCS thruster blocks. Put the first one. You know what? It can be on the it can be on the engine pod. It doesn't need to be on the command pod, because if the command pod's by itself, it means re-entry is occurring. And then it just needs a little bit of fuel for the RCS. I mean, this has got a little bit, right? 30. I'd like a tiny bit more. How much is Oh, that's the right size, but how much does that weigh? That's half a ton. 120? I don't need 120. Where's the little ones? Thinking, here, let's just put on a pair of those. What's that, 40 more? Gives it 70 RCS. This is fine. Although, here, let's line it up like that. That looks better. There we go. You got some high winds, Midge? We're gonna go back to Hearts of Iron 3 or Supreme, again, Supreme Leader. Yes! Yes, I do plan on revisiting Hearts of Iron 3. I don't know if it'll be single player or multiplayer yet. I have discussed multiplayer with some people. But either way, I do plan on returning to it because the mod I like has gotten a fair few updates, and I'd like to try it out again. So yes. One other thing we're going to do, so I don't make this mistake again. How do I do actions? So, custom 1, deploy shoot. Custom 2, deploy shoot. So I can just hit buttons. Hearts of Iron 3. Oh, hey, Robin. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of requests to return to it, and it would definitely be live. It would be something I would do on Twitch, not something for YouTube. Save that. And let's give this another go, shall we? We should be okay. The initial launch went perfectly fine. We just realized that we lost some part. we were missing some parts. About there. And boop. We only added a little bit of weight. I don't think it's going to drastically affect the Delta V, because we didn't add too much. We did fuck up the aerodynamics a little bit, but hopefully it doesn't make that big of a diddly. We played Black Ice for Hoi 4 recently. It's not too bad. I can't play Hearts of Iron 4 anymore. I can't. That part of my life is gone. I cannot play it anymore. I've made a hard Brexit on that. Whexit? Can we call it a Whexit? Whexit? Oh god, things explode. That's a lot of debris falling back towards the space center. Nah, it's okay. It's more than 2 kilometers away. We're okay. The Filigrad memories. Oh yeah, Filigrad is amazing. Hexit? Yeah, we could call it a Hexit. Hrexit? Hearts of Hrexit. Alright, and this time I think we'll maybe put a little bit more effort into our gravity turn. We've actually overcompensated and gone too far south. There we go. Yep, Straga's got it. You will join that rat. Yeah, like, well, I actually did play Hearts of Iron 4 recently for Paradox on their channel, on their Twitch channel. And I had to look it up. I had not played the game, and I think it was 25 months or something like that when I played it for them. And I only had to play it for 1 hour, or was it 2 hours? I think it was 2 hours. I had to play it for 2 hours, so I could get through that. Also, I was drunk off my ass while we were playing, so that helped. Yeah, definitely a little bit less delta V because of the added weight, but it's not too bad. As long as we're in space when we're using the poodle, all is fine. There we go. You need to be drunk to play it, honestly. Yeah. All right, now we'll just warp up here. Multiplayer Stellaris. I honestly kind of waiting for the game to improve still. It usually ends up turning into the same thing, like a couple people get stuck into corners and can't do anything, and building tall isn't really an option, so they just kind of wither. One or two people get really big, giant alliance blocks forms, and then they're too afraid to attack each other. That's usually what happens in multiplayer Stellaris. That's the gist of it. All right, we'll go ahead and deploy this up here. Just to make sure we never lose communication. And I love that, like, unfurling motion there. That's great. We're not going to have nearly enough fuel on this stage to actually get to orbit. I mean, we need to get to, what, 2,300 meters per second? There's only 350 left, but that's okay. All right, let's go. And 2,300 meters per second left on this bad boy. That is plenty to do what we need. Multiplayer Paradox games have house rules when I play them to make stuff fair. Oh yeah, we have house rules too for every single Paradox game, but it still doesn't fix a lot of like core issues with the games. Like if you go to my Discord and you go to the rules section, there's a EU4 house rules, CK2 house rules, Stellaris house rules. No Imperator house rules yet because nobody feels like playing that game. But yeah, we always have house rules. If you had Stellaris and you could play with people, I would go ham with attacks. Oh yeah, some people do that. And usually those people are the ones who balloon up and become unstoppable. All right. Poodle's good enough for this. I like the Poodle engine. Nice, easy launch. No issues other than that destroyed spacecraft. Cool. Perfect. Let's see here. To the moon, set as target. And maneuver up in front of me. About 800 delta V to get out there. And what we're going to need to do is just make sure that we are going the other direction around the moon when we get there. Because I should have fixed this a long time ago, but the space station's going the other direction. So we need to go We need like that, and then a little bit of speed. There, that's what we need. Ooh. We can correct once we get there. The robots are broken OP in Stellaris. There usually does seem to... Stellaris generally, as far as I've played it, has always had some sort of really powerful OP meta. Sorry, my allergies always bother me in the morning when I'm streaming. That's why I'm itching my nose. All right, this will the rest of the rest of the beginning stages of this mission will be super easy. Purge empires like devouring swords, determined exterminators, and fanatic purifiers are banned for players. Yeah, we've done stuff like that in the past. A lot of the problem I have with Stellaris is that building tall just really hasn't been an option. So, you know, like, if you're playing CK2 or EU4 or something, and you get hammered into a corner, you just be like, oh, man, I'm not going to be able to expand out very quickly militarily. I'll build tall. You could do that. I did that in the last EU4 multiplayer we did. I played Venice, and I don't think I ever went above 20 provinces. I think I may have hit 24 and then whittled it back down to, like, 22. But, you know, I only had in the low 20 provinces for the entire time as Venice, and I was the richest player in the game for almost the entire thing. Building tall is perfectly fine. CK2, you could do that too. You can, you know, go ham and invest on your buildings and stuff like that, and you can build tall in CK2, no issue. But in Stellaris, it's like you gotta get the right techs, and then you gotta wait till like mid to late game to try to build tall, and by that time everybody's just like gone fucking ham across the galaxy. And for me, a good tall playthrough is where it's at. I like a good tall playthrough in Paradox games. And then there's Hearts of Iron 4, where there's absolutely no way to do that. It's just roll your face across the planet and paint the map. But not my game. That's fine. Alright, now let's warp out here. Oh, yeah, Jade, you're 100% right. The penalties for going over your admin cap don't matter in this light. Nobody cares about it. The penalties are so tiny, nobody even pays attention to going over your admin cap. Nobody pays attention to it. Because there needs to be diminishing returns on it. There needs to be a point where you're growing so much that either factions are becoming untenable, or the what's it called? The penalties for like research are really slowing you down. But because of the way it's balanced, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You just grab as much land as you possibly can, because you will be stronger for it no matter what. Okay, bring that in a bunch. Let's go ahead and fix this. Something's wrong with my ascending node. It wouldn't be that hard to fix the problem either. That's the thing. Crank that admin penalty through the roof. Like, I think me and Sergey had a long discussion about this. It needs to be like 10 times worse to be for anybody to really care about it. And then you need to be able to build tall early. You need to have the option to build a tall from like the first hour of the game. And it needs to not be locked to a random tech chance. Or multiple random tech chances. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Oh yeah, the repeatables that drop the repeatable attack that drop your cap. Yeah. Or that adjust your cap. Mm-hmm. It's just, the way it's balanced, I don't enjoy. Which is a shame, because, like, they pay, I remember when it was launching, they were pegging the game as EU4 in space! And then when we got it, was like, boring! It's definitely not EU4 in space. Wait, wait. Are we actually gonna run out of fuel? Oh, motherfucker. I thought we had way more fuel. Shit. Well, let's burn everything we got left adjusting this. No, this is fine. I can make it work. I just do it the other way around. I want to face to the anti-normal. I at least want to get this RCS on. This will make things easier for me. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Absolutely is a shit meta, yeah. Then there's the mid-game lull. Everybody knows about the mid-game lull. You get past that, once you hit everybody's borders and, you know, the star bases get settled in, you're just like, okay, now I guess we're just waiting for tech or someone to pull the trigger. Use the RCS to adjust to this. I'm going to use most of the RCS, but we'll fill that up later. Alright, that's close enough. Alright, no, this is fine. Now we just need to go over to Garrick. Switch 2. Alright, so this bad boy's full. That tank's full. This is all full. So what we're going to go ahead and do is undock. And switch to Misfortune 1. The little fuel tanker that could. And let's turn on RCS and back away from the station here. Just a little bit. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll go meet... It's not on here. Tracking station. Probably have to turn probes on. You know, what's funny about Stellaris is I've never played the game to the far enough into the point where you get the planet destroying super ships. I always get too bored before I get to that point and quit. It's gonna be one of these. Oh, well, no, it's going to be out here. Where is it? Oh, it's classified as a ship. There we go. Alright, so now we'll just go back to Misfortune. If I can find it on the list. Untitled Spacecraft number 76. Yeah, I've never built one of those super ships. I just always go, before I get there. Set as target. Okay, so we're going this way. So we will adjust and maneuver, and we'll adjust other way. Make sure this is... I mean, we're going to need to do just a tiny little touch here. Whip. 0. Okay, point towards the maneuver node. Nope, turn the RCS off. Fuck. RCS off. This craft is tough to maneuver around. It does have a large reaction control wheel, but fully fueled, it is heavy. Planet crackers are nice. They look visually, yeah, they're cool to look at. They are cool to look at. I've got 5,700 Delta V on this. Plenty to get to Duna, especially considering I'm not leaving from Kerbin. Like, and there is, hang on. I did make a meme. I did make a meme that I rather enjoy from when the super ships, I don't even remember what they're called. Here we go. From when they became a thing. I gotta change hang on. I'll show you my meme. There it is. That's the meme I made for when this came out. Everybody was super excited. I was super excited for it. And then back to this. All right. What were we doing? Node in 4 minutes. Okay. What's the next maneuver? So we'll just meet the who's it's up with the thingy over there, and all will be well. We're not gonna use full thrust. There's absolutely no reason to do that. All right. So oh fuck. This is fine. All right, it's at 0.1. That's better. Let's see here. And what we're going to do is go to about there, I think. And we're going to do this. And we just want to get that right there is what we want. Right about there. Okay, point towards the maneuver node again. Wait for him to swing his fat ass over that way. It's like it's hundreds of tons of fuel, I would say. There's the Night of the Long Sergays. Oh yes, or Night of the Many Sergays. Everybody on my Discord changed their name to Sergey. How could we forget? Night of the Many Sergays. We've actually had 2 subsequent lesser Knights of the Many Sergays. I think my engine bell's having a little issue. Solar desperately needs a Utopia-level diplomacy expansion. Oh god, I was so excited when they announced the trade expansion, but the trade stuff is so boring. It's so bland, it's so boring, and like, I was super excited for the stock market, and then once I actually played it, I was like, wait. There is unlimited, every resource in the universe is unlimited. All you have to do is spec into making energy, because energy is money, and it's fine, but it's like, I thought it was going to be like, okay, I can corner the market on this resource, and then jack the price of that resource up, and I can make all these people out there have to pay double what it's worth. And I had all these, like, financial, economic warfare plans in my brain. And then we got this, just like, no, it's unlimited. Everything's unlimited. Except for slaves. Just unlimited. Minecraft? Well, we have a Minecraft server up right now. It's been up for 2 months now. Space Engineers? Yeah, I have. I rather like it. Oh! Last one was a little bit much, but that's okay. No, it's not. That really raised the diddle up too dongly. All right, retrograde. Let's bring that around. Only 2 months on the server? Yeah, it's only been up for about 2 months. Minecraft, quite the blast from the blast. Well, we did a Minecraft server before, for about 2 months, and this time, I mean, I think we've had 20, 30 people on it. A lot of people spend a lot of time on there. About the Minecraft server right now. See, there you go, allies. I am going to raise that back down, or lower that, because I did mess that up. I meant to just tap it, but my fingers were on the wrong spaces on the keyboards. Not only can I not finger the keyboard correctly, I can't word the mouth correctly. That's what we want. All right, beautiful. Now... Let's see, we could either wait. Oh, nope, we just do a tiny little burn. Ooh, a baby burn. And we can get it on the next one. All right, so warp to next maneuver. I mean, this wasn't the plan. The plan was to get this thing over to the space station so we didn't waste any Delta V, but it's okay. Yeah, my buddy Roach is the space engineer's expert. He's been playing the game a lot for years and years now. I maybe have, I don't even know how many. Hang on, I can look on Steam. Steam, library, search for space engineers. I've got 18 hours on the game. I played it a little bit. Oh, we can get that. We can make that better. Beep. It's got to point towards the maneuver node, though, and I'm not sure where it's trying to go right now. It's not really moving towards the maneuver node. You got 20 seconds to get there, you fuck. Oh, yeah, I see the roaches right there. 400 hours for him. It is wobbling around like a motherfucker. 4, 3, 2, 1. I think... Did we get it? Did we get it? Ah, it's close. It's close enough. Here, let's warp around this way. Set it to target and retrograde. With this big ass moving around, yeah. It's gonna be a little hard to get it perfect. Now, I don't see, like, a lot of people are like, you know, turn their nose up at Minecraft and are like, oh, it's fucking stupid. It's a good game for all ages, you know. You can mod the hell out of it to make it more complex. You can do a lot of things with it. It's a learning experience for a lot of people because you could do things like program computers in it. I don't see why people turn their nose up at it. 2,000 hours on Arma. Yeah, I've got a fair few on Arma these days, mostly in Zeus. Someone say Minecraft? Yeah, we were talking about Minecraft. I got a cute little house on my server. It's made out of brick. Most of the time I think I've spent on the server so far has been getting enough clay to make a house out of brick. Yeah, let's go ahead and, are we still on? What the hell's going on? Didn't have any control over my computer there for a or my spacecraft there for a second. This is the appropriate way to use a powerful rocket rocket engine. Yes, not jet engine. Jet engine in space. All right, towards the target. I'm glad we're playing Arma again, though. I missed that. Long, painful, boring stretches surrounded by, you know, rich, creamy nougat centers of chaos and bullets in your body. And, towards the target. We pin that. Oh shit, that's making it really good here, but, oh yeah, okay, no, don't do that. Alright. Retrograde to target, turn around. No, I did way too much there. I'm not used to using such a powerful engine on this. I'm like, this is fine. Fuck it. Really want to run some ops. Sam, did you see my message? If you want to be a medic, you gotta stick around. Otherwise, you're a rifleman. Yeah, PC issues. I mean, that... You thought you said no. Nobody knew where you went. At one point, Midge just asked for my medic, and I was like, you have your own medic, and Midge went, nope, he's gone. Alright, so we'll get... I mean, what is this? 1.1? That's pretty close. We'll be able to adjust... That's within sight. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe not use full thrust on the engines when I'm doing this. Just a little tap will do. Just a little tap. Oh, that's nice. Hope you fucks read the damn thing. I read all information. I cannot speak for anybody else, Roach. That target down to 0, and let's pop off the map here. We can see it. Technically. Untitled spacecraft. I'm coming for you. Right, so turn towards it. Oh, 0. Ah. That's about it. Let's use a little bit of physics warp here to get its butt around. A little bit of physics warp is not going to hurt anybody. I mean, technically it could blow up my spacecraft, but... So we'll dock here. At this point, we'll be basically right on top of it. Oh yeah, look at that. Easy. Nice. Nice and smooth. And then we'll actually... This has got fuel. That's got accurate RCS. We'll control from here. Just want to get that last little bit off. Controlling this manually now. There we go. Okay. So now what we'll do is control from here. Aim the camera. Well, we'll aim at... Can I might not be able to... Wait, no, I can. Set as target. Then we'll swap. Wait. Set that to target. Then we'll swap here. Open the shield. Control from here. Set as target. Flip this. Whoa! Shit, fucker. God damn it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. Whoo, that's close. Alright, now, you two want to make love. You've missed each other. Misfortune 1, you've been gone to war for years. You have not seen Untitled Spacecraft number 37 since you left from the train station. Let's give him a sec to balance out here. And then all I need to do is turn on some RCS. And give it the tiniest little bit of juice. RCS off. And hopefully, I don't know, they look like they're drifting off from the angle pretty heavily now. We'll see what happens. Trying to do this like a hands-off approach. Oh my god. Oh, a little messy, little messy. Little messy, you missed. You missed. You missed. Alright, we'll do it manually. This is fine. Little messy. I was hoping it would just, you know, pop on over by itself. No, I can do it manually. RCS on. Alright, there. You want to AFK and Herdbed start a love scene. Yep. We're going to have to rotate this around, too. Because that's rotating to meet this one. So we'll do that. And then that should be pretty good. And then we'll just turn the RCS back on, SAS off. Here, let's go to the aim camera. Ooh, no, I want SAS on stability. There we go. Sorry, forgot about that. Where are you going? Hey, friend, where are you going? What the fuck? Why did this one turn off? Did his batteries die? No, it's fine. That one, like, fucking turned off for some reason. That kind of messed up the approach, didn't it? Not sure why that happened. Aim this way. Docking mode. Whoop. RCS on. Oh, shit! Back off, back off. I didn't realize we were that close. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, why is this being so difficult? This one is off kilter again. You know what? I think I'm just gonna put it on. I want to go to this one. I'm gonna leave it on stability assist. Don't fucking move. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Don't worry. I'll come to you. You just stay there. I think this thing is having a little trouble with, like, overcompensating. Alright, that looks pretty good. And... oh, fuck you, game! Come on! What the fuck was that? I don't have a lot of RCS left in this thing. Alright. Fucking docking force down to 0. That was a good fucking dock. If I don't get this soon, this is gonna be a failed mission. God damn it. What's the objective today? Well, right now this is object on the left is an unmanned escape pod going to a spacecraft we've got sitting around Duna. Object on the right is a fuel tanker going to refuel at Duna. Docking them together, sending them both to Duna, but for some reason, I can't fucking dock them. I can't get them to make love. They haven't seen each other in so long, but they don't want to make out. RCS on. Like, that was a good fucking dock. I think the docking force was just a little bit off there, and that messed it up. And unfortunately, we're running out of RCS fuel, so we're going to run out of opportunities to continue these attempts if this doesn't... We can't get this to work. Binks! I'm right here! There we go. Binks, come here. Come here. Buddy! 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 Come here! Binks a bear! I'm right here! You got... Okay, I'll come get you. Here, I'll come get you. Oh, it's a big boy. Oh, God! Oh, God. Okay, yeah, Binks apparently thought that he was home alone, so he started crying, and then he would just... Then I had to call him over. He gets real sad if he thinks he's home alone. Okay, so these guys are good to go now. Now, the plan is to send this whole fucking thing... Well, for starters, turn that engine off. And we send this whole thing to Duna. So, fuck me. Set as target, and we're gonna need to wait a while. What's the matter? We're gonna have to do it for the tracking station. You hear purring? Yeah, you probably heard him screaming, too. What's the matter, buddy? I'm right here. What's the matter? Okay, we'll pop over to the tracking station so we can get a Duna intercept that is not expensive. Little Binksy Big Butt. Little Binksy Big Butt. Yeah, it's a big boy. Alright, so what we need to do is, because we're going faster than Duna, so we're going to have to wait till we come around and... Stop! Hey, bud. I think we need to be about, what, 20, 25 degrees behind it when we try to do this? I think. Getting booped in the face while I'm streaming. And then what I'm gonna do, we're gonna refuel. We're gonna take a quick trip to Ike, and then what I think we're going to do is maybe move out into the outer solar system. I've never been. Duna is the farthest I've been. I can do Kerbin stuff. I can do Moon stuff. I can do Min stuff. Kinda can do Duna stuff. I've never been anywhere else. So we can either move to the outer solar system or to the inner. I'm gonna get you, Duna, you bitch. Oh, and there, cat's on the desk now. Oh, cat butt. Cat butt. What you doing, buddy? My lap was so... I was petting you. Kitty butt. Definitely not a cat butt. Almost on camera there. There we go. It's a big cat. Oh, we got a penny over here, too. That's amazing. Alright, I got one hand to scritch one butt, one hand to scritch the other butt. Alright, I think we're about in position. We're getting there. Okay. Duna's as far as you've been? I got there with a 150-ton monstrosity, brute force the heck out of it. Oh, here, let me show you what I got over there. I don't know if I'd call it a monstrosity because I think it's beautiful. Binks, are you happy now that you're sitting in my lap? This is what I put it. This is what I brought over. It took 13 sea level to Kerbin orbit launches to build it. I don't even know how much this thing weighs. fully... Well, I know... Well, let's see. This, I think, was about 15 tons. This was about... This section in the middle, I think, is about 50. And then the engine at the back is, Oh, God. Fully fueled, it's pretty heavy, but I don't know. It's only got a little bit of fuel in it. Is there a way to see the weight of a spacecraft? I don't know how much this weighs. 100 tons, maybe? Fully fueled, probably more. The nose part barely weighs anything because that's just structural. It's just like structural tubes and communications equipment. It used to be a little bit bigger, but I used one section of it that is no longer there. Hey, Wolfgang. Binks, are you happy? You got a nice lap to hang out in. You a happy kitten now? I hear purring. All right. So, the fuel tanker with a new escape pod on the nose. We are in a pretty good position for an insertion burn, theoretically. So, what we need to do... I've never done this from the moon. I've done it from Kerbin, but I've never done it from the moon. We're going to do it... We're going to start from here. We're going to... Whoa! We're going to give it a bunch of this. And we're going to... Whoa! What's going on down here? Oh, the cat and the dog are playing. Can't post links here. I mean, you should be able to copy and paste it as long as it's not porn. Let's see. Where am I trying to go? Zoom out, Magnus. Da-da-da. A-boo-doo-doo-doo. Bring up the graphical maneuver editor. A-boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Why is this going the... If I'm adding delta V and it's going the other direction. Probably means we need to do this. And burn at a different point on the orbit. Now it's gone. Okay, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, okay, here's the picture. I got the picture. Wow. That is a lot. That is a lot of engines. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that? 10, 12 engines? I got cat hair all over me. Ugh. I love you, bud, but you shed a lot, and I'm allergic to you. Yeah, this is a little more. This is a little different doing it from the moon. So in theory, it's normally about 800 to get there. 800 or 900, I think. I don't even know. So about there. Oh, wow, look at that. Gonna get pretty close. What if we just... Ooh. We'll drop this down to 10. Ooh, other way? No. That's pretty close. There. Eh? Oh. That's pretty close. And then I could after we leave the Who's It's His Diddle, we could readjust. Refuel the Kerbin Orbit 2. It was like 5 years ago. Oh yeah. I can well imagine. That's generally the way I play this game. I'll play it really hard for a couple months and then I'll put it away for a year and a half. Okay. It's actually a little easier to control with this big thing on the nose. Probably because there's another reaction control wheel now. Now, the object here is to get this over there with enough fuel. Oh, it's wibbly. Oh, it's wibbly, all right. Oh, shoot. It's very wibbly. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Where the fuck's auto strut? Thank you. All right. There we go. Meet the Kraken before too long. Oh my god. There's been a lot of wibbly problems with my spacecraft in the past. I feel like 1,050 is way more than I anticipated for this burn. I thought it'd be a lot easier. Wait. Oh shit. Am I hit? I'm not hitting Kerbin on this, am I? Is this burn a problem? Because this has me... What if... I feel like that's not what I want. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna launch ourselves out of the sphere of influence of Kerbin, then we'll adjust. That's what we're gonna do. So here, let's warp here. I don't want to be burning straight towards Kerbin. That's definitely not what I want. No, we're gonna warp all the way over here. We're gonna leave the sphere of influence of Kerbin, and then we'll adjust. I think that'll make things simpler. Penny, you are a big dog. Yes, you are. Big butt Penny. Look at your big fluffy booty. All right, how wibbly is it with it autos? Okay, it's not wibbly at all. That's a lot better. Look at the glorious aerodynamics of this thing. Alrighty, and then we're going to... This... You know what? You know what? I think I found a problem. I was like, this ain't right. It was controlling from the probe core on this one, facing the other direct, facing that way, instead of from the probe core on the big one, facing the other. I was like, something don't look right. Something doesn't look right. That's what it was. I was like, this isn't prograde. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I knew something was wonky. Deep space! Here I come! And beep. No, I don't want that. I want to leave your influence. You're too influential, Kerbin. I hate you. You're not my real dad. No, we could do is just wait till we're here. Let's just do that. Just wait till we're here, and that'll be a pretty easy. Because it's already pretty far out there. Leave the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Although, actually, this might work to my benefit. Here, let's add a maneuver on here. We're already pointing at the Who's-Its, at the Duna. Here, let's scroll this up. Then we can pull this down. There we go. That's what we're looking for, right about there. Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, we already did a little burn to get to where we are now, but that's definitely less delta V than it was before. Excellent. All right, where does that put us? Oh, it's not too far off from where I am right now. Wait, no, the node's in 4 days. It means we gotta wait a little bit. Are you not entertained? Hyperdeath! Now, is Hyperdeath bigger or smaller than Megadeath? Are we gonna have to do, I think we're gonna have to do a, well, maybe, I don't know. No, our orbital period is 4 days. There, we'll warp to our maneuver. Burn, 39-second burn time, not bad. All right, point at the maneuver node. We do have a big ass engine on this, and we'll probably need to do a small adjustment to make sure we actually get to Duna. Bigger, thought so. But other than that, we should be pretty good. Alright, so let's, yeah, right there. Let's finish this burn, see where we are. Alright, fuel tanker is going to Duna. Sorry, the cat and the dog are both in here. Now my allergies are going nuts. Not bad, not bad. As long as we don't lose communications, all should be well. And almost there. Yep. Perfect. All right, bye, Kerbin. So we'll get outside of the sphere of influence of Kerbin here, and then see how much we probably will need to do a very small correction. Yeah, okay, let's zoom out here. Yeah, it doesn't, we don't actually have an intercept. So we'll just add a maneuver in front of us. And we'll just adjust ever so slightly. And see if we can't, oh yeah, like add 1 meter per second on, and it shows us an intercept at Duna. Here, let's, can I, where, oh, I gotta go over here. Focus view. All right, so, I mean, that looks fine. I'm gonna be way the fuck out there, but I can adjust. Current mission, we are refueling our spacecraft at Duna. So we've got, also we're bringing them over a new escape pod because I used the last escape pod. I filled it with rocks because the rocks were worth a lot of money. So bringing over a new escape pod and a fuel tanker to top her off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a real quick stop at Ike, and then we're going to either go further into the solar system or further out into the solar system and visit another planet. So point towards maneuver. Unfocus here. It's gonna be the fucking smallest burn known to man. Warp to next maneuver. Just one. It's gonna be one little tap. Just boop. And then we're gonna need a pretty decent braking burn. That should be fine. All right. All right, did that do it? Hey-oo! We got it. All right, let's just make sure this thing's automatically set to retrograde, and spend the next 2/3 of a year going to Duna. Is my lander set up for landing on Eve? Eve has a tricky atmosphere. My lander is designed to land on Duna. I have remote landers as well that can land on tricky surfaces. But the manned one is specifically designed for Duna, so it can do no atmospheres, and it can do like slight atmospheres, but thick atmospheres it would have problems with. But that's why I also brought some unmanned landers with me. I have my spacecraft has 2 unmanned landers that are capable of coming back to the space station if necessary. The space station, the plane, the space plane, the spaceship. Hey, what's going on? Right now we're refueling at Duna, so we're almost there. We got a spacecraft over here, or over there, but it needs more fuel. So fuel tanker is coming. More worried about burning up due to lack of a heat shield. Well, yeah, that's why the little ones, I call them micro landers. The micro landers have heat shields on those. So if I want to land on someplace with a thick atmosphere, I'd probably send one of those down. The manned lander is designed for thin to no atmospheres. So, once we get there, we can take a look at the planets, look at the atmospheres. We'll figure out where we're going, and then we'll do it. But I've got contingency plans. The manned lander has chutes. The unmanned lander, I believe, has chutes as well. I don't remember. I have to take a look at it. It was a couple weeks ago that I built the thing. The manned lander does have chutes. Almost there. And... Nah. Come on. Flip. There we go. All right. Retrograde. Oh, not bad speed, really. Okay, let's retrograde. Warp to our... Who's it's here? We'll do our braking burn. Where's Duna? Oh, there it is. I lost the planet. Trying to fit a lander inside a cargo bay, but it looks like the decoupler is clipping, so I'm going to have no idea how to fix it. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble. Well, I mean, I have not tried to do like a space plane, like space shuttle kind of thing before, because I off screen I've tried it, and I've always had lots of trouble. Although maybe if I tried it on screen, I could get chat to help me out, because usually chat knows how to do these things. See, I've got a bunch of stuff in orbit already here. Right, and close enough. Braking burn. And hopefully we're not going to have to do a UE in space. It'd be a shame if we had to burn fuel to do that. Although, I mean, our inclination is off by a mile, though. And by a mile, I mean a lot, because it's way more than a mile. Yeah, that's close enough. So, Why can I not
Eat a
see?
bag of dicks.
Eat a bag of
Hey,
dicks.
2Dog.
Eat a
Need to
bag
boost
of
the mic
dicks.
fund.
Need
Thanks,
to
bud.
boost the mic fund.
Thanks very much. Yes, I'm working on getting a new microphone. I want to replace this one because this one's old and starting to wear out. Thanks very much, 2Dog. Why can I not see my spaceship? I could see it a hot second ago. Here, let's go to the tracking station. Maybe it's turned off. No, no, no. I just saw. I think I just had to look at it at the right angle. It was on. I think I had to adjust the camera perfectly. As soon as it was loading out there, I could see it. So we'll go back to, I think it's technically the untitled spaceship. Yeah, if you zoom in correctly, you can see it over there. All right, this is fine. Yeah, hard points are something that I learned from chat. Hard points are amazing. I did not know that hard points were couplers. I thought they were just things to stick out other things. Right, set as target. Oh, god damn it, we do need to hang a Yui. We're going the wrong way. Or get that one linked you ordered? Yeah. Add maneuver. Let's adjust the inclination, move the orbits in, and then we'll hang a Yui in space. Yeah. How much Delta V we got left on this? Oh, there's still plenty of fuel in the tanks. Plenty of fuel in the tanks. Thousands and thousands and thousands of liters? So we're okay. But let's adjust. I should have fixed this on the intercept, but I forgot. We'll get that set up first. Because this is a pretty easy system to work with, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. Nail the lander down with hard points and strut it to the floor. Yeah, just duct tape and a staple gun and you're fine. That's basically the gist of it. Yeah, no problems with communications, which is good. I mean, the Penelope spacecraft has a huge communications array, and then the Zate spacecraft, which is zooming around quicker, has a communications array as well. Oh, yeah, so it's only 62 Delta V to fix the inclination. And then it's going to be a few hundred to, you know, hang a Yui. And I do want to bring the refueling tanker to Penelope, because I think that'll be easier. And then we're going to have to... It only has one free docking port, I believe, so we're going to have to rejigger a little. Better than last week. Last week where everything bugged the hell out. Go for the world record in high-speed docking. Yeah, this one's going, you know, couple hundred meters, like well, let's see, the intercept velocity would be what, 500-600 meters per second? Beep. We'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Gonna just tap the end here. There we go. All right, that's close enough. Now, what I'll do is we got to go retrograde. I'm going to go to the periapsis, and then we just got to hang a Yui. How much further along is Twitch than YouTube? On Twitch, I had just... I think the last one on Twitch was me sending the Penelope spacecraft to Duna, and then pretty much everything after that is trying to mine resources off the moon and running into bugs. So it's not that bad. It's like 2 weeks off from YouTube to here, but those couple weeks are just like focusing in on mining on the moon. All right, so let's hang a Yui. Whoop! Put that on prograde now. And now I'm going to want to watch this. Alright, and then what I'm going to want to do is definitely not let Ike screw me. Let's put in a maneuver here. And we're going to want to slow down. Oh, actually, I had an intercept there. Right there-ish. Here, let's tweak it with this bad boy. Whoa! Let's roll this down. And tweak it with this bad boy. There we go. And it's only, yeah. I mean, adjusting the inclination was 62. The braking burn here is another 61. Doing a UE was like 450 or so. Using way more Delta V to screw around here than I want, but we should still have plenty to do what we need to do. I mean, like, the Penelope spacecraft is not empty. Actually, I'm facing the correct direction, right? It's not empty. It's partially full. So, I don't think we're gonna need... I actually think we're gonna have more fuel than we need. Ike seems to have a bad habit of unintended captures. So what we're planning on doing here is actually... I haven't visited Ike before, but I'm planning on visiting Ike. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna refuel the spaceship and go to Ike. We're gonna get a little science there because we have a mission to get science from Ike. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna decide where to go next. Hey, Pooch. I know you're a big dog. You're the biggest dog in the world. Yes, you are. You are such a biggest dog in the world. And we're burning a little bit here. Not gonna use the full engines on this. Fifth. Let's turn the RCS on and let's pull this back a little bit. Close enough for now. Close enough for good enough for government work. And then we just need to warp around to about over here. Oh yeah, we're not off by much. A little bit off on here, so we could actually. We can make this better, because what we could do is warp to our apoapsis. And then we could pull that periapsis in just a hair to line it up a little better. It'd be hard to get a tanker down to Eve. Never been... Oh, shit, RCS. No, we didn't... I forgot I left that on. And what we need to do is just pull... It's fighting. Oh, wrong way. Oh. Doesn't want to get any closer than that. 6'2". Relative speed, 200 kilometers per second. Alright, so... Let's warp over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust a lot. But that's okay. I do have this set, yeah, I was about to say, I do have this set to the right spacecraft, right? I do. And we're basically facing the correct direction already, so that's good. I can make this work. Getting down to Eve is fine, just don't accept the mission to return from the surface. It's a one-way trip. Yeah, we'll get right in close here. We're already facing retrograde, so... Right, burn that down to nothing. Speed to target, and boop! Excellent, now point towards your diddly. You outline the plan for me because you just joined. Well, this is the tanker. This is the tanker. And it's got an escape. We're double missioning this. This is a escape pod that I already used the old escape pod, so I'm bringing a new one over. So we've already got a spacecraft at Duna. We don't want to return it to Kerbin to refuel it. So it's cheaper to. I already had. This is an old fuel tanker that I had in orbit, so I repurposed it by flying it to my mining base at the moon, topping it off at the moon, and then flying the old fuel tanker to Duna. Who do we got here? Nate, Jog, and Zenny. Thanks for the diddly. All right, and right now we are at Duna. We're just trying to get ourselves an intercept with our spacecraft that's already here. We just need to do we're in a very close orbit right now, but we just need to get the separation distance down. It's as good as I'm going to get it right now, so we're going to have to do another burn. So let's let the we'll warp over here. We'll have to do a couple adjustments, but that's okay. It'll only be a couple dozen Delta V maybe to bring that down. This one will at least get us within visual range, because 2 kilometers, I believe, is visual range. But trying to keep the refueling mission cheap by reusing an old fuel tanker I left in orbit. It had everything it needed to be able to get over here, so we just strapped a escape pod onto the front of it, and went about our day. Topped it off at the refueling base at the moon, and here we are. And I had all my pets in here. I got all my pets in here right now, and I was petting them, and now there's animal hair all over the place, and it's bothering my allergies. My face is exploding. All right, so let's get this down to nothing. It's drifting on me. All right, that's good enough. Point towards the target, and we'll adjust. Issues using shielded docking ports or other shielded docking ports. I don't seem to have issues with the regular ones. I've got a shielded docking port on one of these bad boys, and it hasn't been giving me issues. This one has this side has a regular one, but there's a shielded docking port on this. It was a bit of a tricky docking procedure, but it wasn't the port's fault. Oh, that actually reminds me. I've got to transfer fuel into these here, because I almost used all the RCS fuel on this side. I'm gonna make sure we top off these tanks before we do anything else, because I'm gonna have to undock these, because there's only one free docking port on the station, on the spaceship right now. So I'm gonna have to dock the fuel tanker, transfer the fuel over, then dock the escape pod. And I want to make sure that I top off the RCS fuel before we do that. Alrighty, good. The monopropellant. Oh, you know what? There's more monopropellant in this too. Alright, let's let these ones finish. And done. This one and this one. Transfer in the monopropellant there as well. Physics warp. Save ourselves a couple seconds because I'm an impatient man. Alright, done. And now we're just going to give ourselves a little bit of juice. And we need to get close. Oh yeah, that's close. 4, 3, 200 kilometers. 200, 100, not kilometers. Meters. Meters. Okay, kilometers and meters. Very different. Very different. Should be able to see her by now. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a larger spacecraft that I'm used to using, so it's easier to spot. Alright, but we'll warp up ahead here. So we're closer. And then we'll get to our docking maneuvers, because we're going to have to do several. But with decent control of both ships, shouldn't be too hard. Oh yeah, there she blows. Alright, so let's stop our relative motion. Perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, so we're here. Here's our spaceship, and we only have, well, no, we do only have one free docking port right now. This is my lander, a reusable lander. These are my micro probes. I got 2 of them. It's got a little heat shield on its booty there, little engines. I did put parachutes on it. I remember to do that. So that's good to know. So we got one free docking port right here to use. So what we need to do is dock the fueling tanker first. So let's undock here. And then turn SAS back on. And what we're going to want to do... I think I could... Nah, I can't really see it from there. Let's just point its booty away. It might be easier to do it from the other side. Okay. So now, yeah. So we're going to control from here. And what we want to do is we want to aim at that. Set as target. Set this to look directly at its target. Should be able to hold that without too much issue. It can. This thing's going to be a little bit tricky to control because it's just a big, fat, fucking fuel tank with a tiny little brain on its nose. Set as target. Control from here. Aim at target, please. We'll see how difficult this is when we'll get a little bit closer. Alrighty. Here comes the fuel tanker. Delta V went up by a lot when we ditched, you know, like 15 tons of shit on the nose. 20 tons? I don't know how much that weighs. We'll go with 20 tons. It's a guess. Alrighty, I'm just going to manually control this docking procedure because I trust myself more than the AI. It's going to be a little difficult, but... aim camera. We're already lined up pretty well, so I'm just going to give the engines just a little bit of juice, just so we're heading towards the target. And then I'm going to put this on docking mode, and we're going to use the RCS. Oh, fuck me. Ah, God, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. I forgot, this thing is so old. It was built... Hey, Soul Reaper!
Wow, only 4 more months and we'll hit a 2-year streak.
Huzzah! Thanks very much. This was so old, it was before I was putting the RCS engine blocks at cardinal directions. North, south, east, and west. I just put them on any which way. So the angle I'm on right now, if they were lined up right on there, it would be perfect, but they're not. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. But let's just be patient. Let's just wait for this to get in here. And see how difficult this is. So I'm going to put this on stability assist. Turn the RCS on. And we're going to try to adjust this ever so slightly. Hey, Starwolf. Ahoy, ahoy. Trying to keep this going in the correct direction. Well, 55 meters away. We're getting there. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I thought I kicked a dog. It was not a dog. It was a dog toy. It was a squeaky raindrop. Here, Binks, you can have the squeaky raindrop. Cat likes to play with that one too. Well, this doesn't seem too bad just yet. I think we might get a little bit closer, then stop and adjust the angles a little bit. But I know, like, forwards and backwards should still be fine. It's just the trying to pan and I don't know, what is it called when you go up? A pan is, well, pan would be like this. You know what I mean. All right, let's slow down. Solar panels be closed. These ones, no, they cannot. Unfortunately. But if they were ripped off, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because this is the last hurrah of this fuel tanker. I don't have any future plans for it. It was built before I had retractable solar panels, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's turn that off. Switch over to this one. Yeah, see, this one is not set to target anymore. So we'll set that to target again. And it's not pointing towards the target. Why is it not pointing towards the target? Okay, manual control it is then. Oh, you know why? Staging mode. Alrighty. Alrighty, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Get it pointed right at its doodle. All right, and then we'll just leave this one on stability mode. Stability assist, that is. And this one, we'll make sure we aim back over here so we have a better view. All right, I mean, so far so good. Just ever so slowly move it in there. I hope there's not going to be a Duna explosion. I mean, because all this stuff we've done today has been probes, but there are 3 Kerbins on that spaceship right there. And I do not want them to die. They're my most experienced crewmen. All right, 12 meters. 12 meters. I don't want to rush this. I'm trying to be very slow and deliberate on this. Do you want me to deorbit the tanker? It's possible. Very slow. Very deliberate. Might actually slow it down a little bit more once we get just a few meters away. Yeah, just a little bit more braking there. I'm gonna put this. Whoa, no, drop this down to basically nothing. All right, we look good there. Look pretty good there. Maybe up a little bit. Down a little bit. Boop! Oh, I'm so happy that worked. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. Last time I tried to dock with this thing, it was a son of a bitch and a half. Okay. All right, now we grab all of the fuel tanks. And see how much we could fill up here. The lander's out of juice. And now, we'll start. You know what? I'll grab all of, well, no, we'll start with the big one. Transfer out. Start filling those up. And hope the thing doesn't explode from vibrations, because that's happened before. Might be easier to do this, because that was this one tank. There's this one here. Why don't we, we'll start with this one over here. And the oxidizer and liquid fuel are, like, asymmetric right now, because these nuclear engines don't use the oxidizer, they only use the liquid fuel, I'm pretty sure. Boop! Okay, that one's full. We'll do this one next. Out. Okay, did I get everything out of there? Yes. Now this one. And yeah, that's why there's a lot. Yeah, that's why it's asymmetric there. Hey, wise guy. Still haven't caught up with this stream from the YouTube part. What's going on? Well, it's related to what's on YouTube right now. On YouTube we sent the Penelope spacecraft to Duna. Now we're just refueling it. And I brought over a new who's it's here? Rescue craft. Because that one hasn't aired yet. I used up the other rescue craft. Alrighty. That just leaves these guys. I guess technically I could probably ditch a lot of the oxidizer. Because I mean, like the engine, this guy needs it. The lander needs it. The escape craft needs it. The micro probes need it, but the main engines don't. I'll just transfer everything over for now. It's fine. And that's the last one there. Alright, so all that's left in this is a little bit of oxidizer. But that mostly fueled up the spaceship. What about the microlanders? I don't know if the fuel was ever pulled out of these guys. That's a battery. That's the fuel tank. Oh, no, they are a little low. I just remember to fuel those up before we leave. Oh, and one other thing. Oh, well, might as well top it off. Top off the all the monopropellant tanks. I mean, they're barely used, but might as well. These ones got used a little bit. So, out of that one into those ones. Hey, Mexloth. Yeah, we pinched a little bit of the fuel, I guess, off of those guys. I should turn the cross feed off. All right. Is that everything? Nope, it's not. Just want to make sure everything's topped off. Oh, and there's some more over here. Again, barely touched, but we'll top them off. Still, I mean, we managed to pull about half the monopropellant out of that tank.